Nice try, GEEGA. I know it's Silent Hill 2 weak.
Dude, I don't like Silent Hill at all. Talked about it on stream before, and I know it's Silent Hill 2 week. Everyone's going to be playing Silent Hill 2. I remember that game. I do not have any fond memories of it. I thought the game was shit. Maybe the remake is better. Maybe the remake is like good or something. But if it's just, you know, very similar to the other game but just looking better, no, it's not going to be a good game. I think you run around, the mechanics, at least in the first one, because I played the original Silent Hill 2, the game was shit. I think some of the writing and some of the themes were great. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the themes overall, you know, nicely delivered, whatever, but the gameplay and the mechanics of it and just the gameplay loop just were so unentertaining to me, so shit. I really didn't like that game when I first played it. I think a lot of what makes people like it is curiosity and that thing that humans do where their brains get really attracted to morbid stuff, or they overthink about morbid stuff, right? So there's like one of the worst ones is they're like, oh, when you fight that one boss where it's that girl and like the walls are weird. They're like, the walls are representing like an assault that she was under at some point because the walls look a certain way. And I'm like, number one, you're really reading into this shit. Not saying it's not true, but like none of this interests me. And people are like, damn, that's so deep. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm sorry. No, it's not. Like these things are just morbid. And it's fine to put them in games and stuff. I think these are things that happen and you should put them in games. Yeah, why not? But like, I don't know. I think people see something really morbid like that and their brain is like, oh, I have to read into and think about it a lot. And I'm like, I think some of the themes and writing again in Silent Hill 2 were like fine, pretty well done, some of it. But yeah, overall that game is just never, when I finished it, I was like, I never want to play that again. That was just me. But I'm a person who doesn't like those types of horror games because number one, I don't really get scared of them. Like I'm not actually scared of them. There's no real fear. Number two, the morbid stuff that they portray, I'm just like, that's stuff that happens in real life. We don't need to do some artistic portrayal of it in this kind of way. It baked into a game with shit mechanics, you know, whatever. And then number three, yeah, the mechanics. I just felt like the gameplay loop is like, it's that thing that a lot of horror games do that I don't like, which is like go search around some rooms, find a thing. It's some random, it's like shit that makes no sense. A random shard, some shard of marble, right? And you're like, wow, a shard of marble in a drawer. What could that mean? And then you run to another room and you check through more rooms and you fight the same kinds of enemies, like pointing that stick around. And by the way, the controls were terrible if you played the OG. And you find like another shard and you're like, oh my God, I bet they go together. I feel like it's designed to make people feel smart who aren't good at puzzles. That's how I always felt personally. And you know, I love puzzle games. So to me, when I play through something like that, I'm like, this is literally like put the square peg in the square hole, put the round peg in the round hole, right? It's so like baby puzzle that it makes me feel like mad. You know what I mean? If you like the game and you want to watch people play it, nothing wrong with that. I'm just speaking my opinion here of how I feel toward it. But yeah, I just didn't like Silent Hill 2, man. I won't be playing it. I found it boring as shit. Go look through room A through F. Room B has a sheet of metal in it that goes wobble wobble when you wobble it. Go look through those rooms again now that you've found that. Now room D has a piece of poop on the floor, you know? But I just feel like that game, like the gameplay loop was stupid. And I would have rathered it just be a book. Because I think like the stuff they were trying to do in it that was supposed to be profound or supposed to be cool was just something that I would have like hit harder if it was written. I don't know. That was just my thought. Or the thing with Silent Hill with like the fog, right? The fog rolls through. Oh, the fog, the mist. Ooh. I think that would have been actually like eerie in written form. I don't know. That's just my fault though. For not really like getting scared of of this stuff in that game. I don't know. It's just one of those games where like I see such an outpouring of people being like, oh, I love it. I love this game. So I love Silent Hill 2. And I'm like, It always confused me because it's not just that I like didn't love it, it's that I disliked it so much. And in a way where I thought a lot of people would dislike it. But what I've also realized over time too is when I expressed this just to friends, we're just sitting around talking about games and they're like, new horror game, whatever. And they're like, someone's like, oh, I like Silent Hill. And I was like, oh, I never liked Silent Hill. I know that there are other people that agree with me. I think they just don't want to say it online because then like dudes that really love Pyramid Head will get mad and be angry on Twitter or something. I don't know. They don't want to be the guy in the room that's like, I didn't like it though. But I don't mind talking about what I don't like. I do it all the time.